a digital era, we are in social media era. We have your YouTubes, we have your lives, we have your reels, we have your TikToks. You have all these platforms where it is very easy to pick up someone's work. It is very easy to see coaches or whoever is selling anything. We are all right there visible. So what you want to look for in a coach is you want to look for someone whose words, whether it's written, whether it's on a video, whether it's the way they are vlogging, the way they carry themselves sounds truthful. It sounds honest and it's not performative. You want to feel into whatever it is that they're saying, and it has to feel like it is truth. You have to believe them. If you don't believe it, even if it's slightly, even if there is I'm not sure, do not go for that coach, regardless of how popular they are, regardless of how much following they have, regardless of how many places they've been featured in mainstream media or anywhere or in podcasts. Do not go for that coach. You have to trust yourself. Like I said, it's your life, it's your time, it's your money. You want to be very, very clear with the coach that you choose. You want to also choose someone who you feel like is in the long game. In other words, you don't want to choose a coach that gives you a sense of, you know what, they're into this because it's a trend. They're into this healing thing because it feels like everybody's doing that right now. You want to feel like this person is in this for a long haul. And how you do that is go back, like scroll them, like especially if you are saying 2026 is my year for coaching, go down their timeline. Just check who this person is, see if there's a theme. And I'm not saying that the person has to, from in 2009 when they joined social media, they should have been in that vibe. I'm not saying that, because some people did come into this work in the 2015s and the 2017s. It doesn't matter. The point is, get a sense of this person has been here for a while and is here for a long haul. It's not a quick trend that makes them want to have money or to make money with us. So get that feel. Do your homework, as they say. Look into their timeline. Google them as well, because sometimes, social media is social media. So Google them, see if you can find them in other spaces, see if they've been featured, see if this is their work for real and it's not just a passing phase, because that is the case, especially if you want the deeper work, the deeper healing stuff. If you want deep healing stuff, you want to know that this person has been around and is still going to be around, So that's two. Three, and this is also in the energetics, you want a coach who gives you comfort, who feels kind to you, who feels compassionate, who feels kind, even if they are harsh, even if they're hard. I'll give you Mama Iyanla for an example. Iyanla is rough, you know that. We all know, especially for those of you who've watched Iyanla Fix My Life or have followed Iyanla for a while, you know that she's a bit hard. But behind that hardness, behind her hardness, there is a kindness, there's a compassion that comes through. You want that because you are going to be showing a lot of yourself to this person. You're going to be giving them, handing them your heart. Literally, you are going to be stripping for them, literally. So you want to know that you are safe in their hands. You want to know that your heart is in good hands. You want to know that your nervous system, your body is safe with them. Your psyche is safe with them. So that's what you want to look for when you are looking for a coach. The other thing is a resonance. Now, resonance is different to truth. So what I've just given you now, these three are about you want to look for the truth. The second thing you want to look for is a resonance. What is a resonance? In everything that they're sharing, whether it's a video, whether it's a written content, whether it's whatever, it gives you a sense that you will feel seen. It gives you a sense that they really are here to serve. You will feel seen, you will feel heard, you will feel held in their presence. You have to feel this so that it has to resonate. You have to resonate with them like that. That's a resonance. The second thing about resonance is, does their teaching feel familiar in your body? Does it feel familiar? Does it feel like, I know I've never seen this person in my life. I know that this person is just on social media, but I feel like I know them. I feel like I know them. If you feel like you know them, I feel like we could be best friends, then you and the coach are resonating. If you're not resonating, probably I'll do a different video about how bad it can be if you're not with the right coach, from the stories that one has heard. And it's not, this goes for also therapists, for counselors, for anyone that you'll work with, who's going to work with your heart, you really, really want resonance. And again, with resonance is you feel it in the body. Do you look forward to their posts? Do they make you feel relaxed? Do they make you smile? Do you notice when they have not been posting? Do you go looking for them? Do you literally open Instagram, open TikTok, open YouTube, open Facebook, and look for them first? Or if you don't see them on the timeline, do you go look for them? Do you notice when they're not there? Then you know that you resonate with that coach. That is sign number 2, that perhaps that is your coach. The third thing you want to look for is it's whether they are modeling what they are teaching. And this is very, very hard to be honest with you, because, on social media, people will show you what they want to show you. But energetically, this is what I love about energy or the energetics, because energy does not lie. There are people who would be showing you a particular way or writing a particular way or teaching something, but somehow it does not feel like it's grounded in their lives. It does not feel like that's how they live. It feels off. There's something that just feels off energetically. And this is why you want to Google someone. This is why you want to see their work. And this is why some of us will always showcase the work itself. I've recently been on have done a retreat, hosted a retreat in Oudtshoorn at the beginning of November. And, you show the reels, you show the videos, you show yourself teaching. All that is helping people to see if indeed a person is speaking. It shows that you are living the work. You are teaching. It's one thing to say, I'm a teacher, I'm a coach, but there is no evidence of that, except for maybe some written testimonials. I mean, we live in AI era. We live in an era that you can create testimonies. That's why I hardly ever use written testimonies these days, because I don't know, somehow I think anyone can do that. So showcasing yourself in the work, showcasing your workshops, showcasing your retreats, showcasing your sessions, however, the best way you can for people to see that indeed the work is happening. This person is teaching. This person is doing the work. Unlike just coming and talk and be a talking head and promising people that you do this and you do this and you do this and you don't do that. You also want to see who the person's clients are. So yes, do they model what they teach? Do you have evidence that this is what they teach indeed, and they do this? Another way of finding if they model what they teach is just look for their clients. A lot of what I share is obviously with people watching. Sometimes I do tag the people who came into my event or came to my retreat, or people I'm coaching. Sometimes I mention them by name. If you really, really want to be sure, you can actually. I make sure that the people that I coach or the people that I work with or the people that I teach are contactable, such that you can slide into someone's DM and say, I'm sorry, but I see that you went on a retreat with Auslebo. I'm thinking of her as a coach. Is there something you can tell me? I think it's allowed, obviously with respect. A lot of people, a lot of my clients would then come back to me that someone's inquiring about you. So I could say, well, scam or and I'm like, no, just respond truthfully. You don't have to check in with me. Give them your experience with me as truthfully as you can. So that is the energetics of things. Do they model? Do you get a sense that they are practicing what they preach? I want to give another, and the reason I said earlier that this is a very difficult one. For an example, people like to say if you are a relationship coach, you should be in a relationship yourself and it should be really good. Or if you're a money coach, you should be a millionaire or you should have money. Or if you're an entrepreneurial coach, which is another one, you should be an entrepreneur yourself. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not sure, because, and the reason I am not sure is I've been doing this work for such a long time to understand that there's always two. There's always the coach, the teacher who knows the work very, very well. And then there's the human being. So I'm a coach and a teacher, and that's an archetypal way. I know my work. I think I know how to hold space. But then there's also Lebu Pule, who is not the coach and the teacher, who has her own issues, who has her own problems. So it's just one of those very interesting paradoxes and dichotomies. But having said that, you really don't want to have a money coach who's broke, like who's like flat broke, and they're busy purporting this and teaching you about money and management and whatever, especially those who are very practical. You have to budget, you have to save, you have to, yeah, they need to somehow demonstrate that. Relationship coaches themselves, I don't know if they have to be in a relationship necessarily, but they do not have to have toxicity around their relationship space. Or if they've had toxicity in their relationship space, it is what they've healed from. It is actually what's making them coaches today. The same with money coaches. A lot of them come from, oh gosh, I had lost everything. I had gone bankrupt, or I was in debt of so much, and this is how I clawed my way out of it. Therefore, I can teach you or I can coach you. I was in toxic relationship spaces for many, many years. This is how I cleaned up, or this is how I got myself to be where I am today. That doesn't mean that they have to be in a relationship space right now. What it means is that they need to not be in toxic relationship spaces. Generalist coaches like me who are into psychospirituality, we have to be demonstrating that type of life where it's not, you're not a hypocrite. You are not preaching this thing. Meanwhile, you are living a completely weird life. And with generalists, it can be hard, but this is why you have to watch, you have to see the work, you have to feel into it, you have to trust your body, trust your intuition that these are the right coaches for you. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I want to add. Yeah, whatever you do, do not choose based on popularity. I've mentioned this early. Don't go for the famous coaches because, they are coaching celebs or whatever, unless they resonate with you. Do not choose a coach under pressure because their marketing is good. Marketing can be really, really good, and you'll see us. It's December, January. We will be promoting quite a bit. It's good to promote, it's good to market. This is part of marketing as I'm doing these videos, but don't feel the pressure. If you feel like you're pressured, it's probably not time, or it's probably not the right reasons for you to go for coaching. And do not go for someone who gives you quick fixes. One thing about coaching, whether it's executive, whether it's career, whether it's anything, it is medium to long term. It is not a short term. Because when you go to coaching and you're like, you know what, I'm struggling with leadership because I've just been promoted, when a coach starts to see you, especially the good ones, even if they're executive coaches, if it's a good coach, the first 3 sessions are not going to be about use this strategy, use this way, perhaps assert yourself this way, wear like this. It's never going to be that. Those are usually at the end. The first 3 to 4 sessions are going to be about the deeper issues. What is it about leadership that's intimidating you? What is it that's threatening you? What part of you is not expanding? What part of you still contracted? What survival mechanism do you need to let go of? What patterns must go? There is just a lot. There's a lot that will be unpacked first, unless if you've been to therapy or you've had a life coach before. So yeah, it's these things are deep. It's medium to long term. So when you go for coaching, when you decide that 2026 is your year of coaching, budget the following: budget time. Just know that you're committing time, because a lot of people, especially my clients, a lot of people don't mind committing money, but you have to commit time as well. You also have to be very, very patient with yourself. Healing is an unfolding. So a coach that promises you a pressing of a button or quick fixes or puzalena or gezangalentolena or presalana or meditate once and it's going to or manifest this or attract this. Yeah, guys, those are the 2010 stuff. Those are the secret era. We are now in an era of authenticity, of deep, deep grounding, of deep, deep healing. And on the other side, you will be unrecognizable. The version of yourself that is after some medium to long term of deep healing work with a great coach is priceless. Priceless, priceless, priceless. Because how much do you pay someone who changes your entire life for the better? How much is that? You see? So take your time, trust your heart, trust your body, trust that when the teacher is ready or when the student is ready, in your case, the teacher will appear. Maybe the teacher is like talking to you now. and choose correctly and commit time, commit money. Coaching is not the cheapest. And this is something that we need to normalize. It's something you budget for, you plan for, and you pay for. And you will thank me later. And this is my story, guys. I cannot wait to hear yours. Until the next video. Sharp.